thanks and praise to the mighty God.
So just as we've been seeing around, this is the Thanksgiving service, the retirement Thanksgiving service for Elder Kwasi Anyimadu, who has served in Parliament for 12 years. He's a stand serving the Adventist Church, a noble man of God who has really demonstrated the goodness and the likeness of Christians in the field of service to the country. And indeed, he's like a father to me. And today, we've seen a lot of dignitaries coming in to worship with him at his church here at Sakmona State Church. I'm a Kwasi entry here for Operadero Media, and enjoy. I'll be right back.
We are gathered here today because a Seventh-day Adventist church member from among us, an elder, a father, a husband, has completed his term in public service in the person of, you don't know him, you've never heard the name before. But because God is with him and God is with us, he's called Emmanuel. You've heard the name Anyimadu. People even don't know him. But he's Elder Emmanuel Anyimadu. He will rise for us to know him for the first time ever in this church. Elder Anyimadu. You know, people don't know my daughter. He is my in-law. Gifty, please rise. Let them see. And stand beside him. These are the people who have invited us to be here and want to praise God for their life. You will see that he has served in public office, one of the highest in the country, and by his grace he has added years and ages to him, and so now he's a young man, and so he has to come home, and so we are all joining hands to celebrate, give thanks unto the Lord in Thanksgiving service for a young retiree. You are welcome into the association.
You know, as Pastor mentioned, like Daniel and his friends in Babylon, Elder has served Ghana with integrity. And I want to say that he has been a role model to many people. What we need in Ghana are not smart people, but good people. Good people go the extra mile to serve their country with integrity. And so I'm very much encouraged, and I praise God for his life.
And Anyimadu is a brother.
Exactly.
I've known him for a very long time while I was a student.
Sure.
You know, he was a student leader.
Okay.
And the first time I met him, I had just been appointed NAS president. So when he was introduced at a program, I said, is that Mr. Anyimadu? So after the program we met. And I said, yes, I've seen your name in the records. Since then we became, that was 1993.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a long time ago.
And yes, that's a long time ago. Since then he's been a friend, and coincidentally, we all settled around the same place at Sakumano Estate. And no 2 or 3 days passes without seeing each other. It was such a great, he was a big brother in every respect to me.
Elder Emmanuel Kwasi Anyimadu is a native of Techiman, of what used to be called the Brongahafo region, now the Bono East region. He was born to Elder Paul Kwaku Anyimadu, who is deceased, and Mami Dora Ajuafriye, both farmers and without formal education. Now, Elder Anyimadu, as you can see, is married to our beautiful, beautiful sister Anyimadu, who is sitting right beside her. Elder Anyimadu has 5 children. We have Koku, Dr. Koku Anyimadu. We have Kojo Anyimadu. We have Koku Ajay Anyimadu. We have Ya Anyimadu. I'm not giving their official names. I'm calling them as my kids. So, and then we have little Koku Anyimadu. Now, I'll talk a little bit about his educational background. Elder Anyimadu attended SDA School, basic elementary education, and then he went on to Techiman Secondary School for the ordinary and advanced level education. He proceeded to University of Science and Technology, UST then, and the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, that he called JIMPA, for the first degree, Bachelor of Arts, Law and History, and second degree, Master of Public Administration, respectively. His career. Elder Anyimadu engaged as research officer at the Brongahafo House of Chiefs. He was appointed as O and A-level government teacher at Techiman Secondary School sometime after his service at the Brongahafo House of Chiefs. And then he was appointed as clerk to the Legal and Drafting Committee at the Constitutive Assembly that drew the Constitution of Ghana in 1991-92. Thereafter, Elder Anyimadu continued to serve in the 4th Republic of Ghana from 7th January 1993 to 31st July 2019 in various legislative and administrative capacities in the parliamentary service of Ghana. Elder Anyimadu was appointed as Clerk of Parliament and Chief Executive Officer of the Parliamentary Service from 2nd July 2007 to 31st July 2019.
First of all, I want to say congratulate him for serving Mother Ghana for 12 years. Though he has retired publicly and also serving the country, but he has not retired doing God's work. So I pray that he will continue to do God's work, and that God will continue to bless him and his family.
You stand here today, the horizon ahead of you, entering a latter phase of your life. Though you should be feeling so much the same inside. We don't see the years on your body. And that's why you were described as a young retiree. The Lord wants to help you to take advantage of each sunrise and fully live the rest of your years to the glory of God. The Lord wants to guide you and walk you into this new landscape with hope and confidence.
I remember visiting this church a couple of times when I met him. I have known him from afar. And these big men, not easy to get close.
Exactly.
But when I became the president, we wanted to use him to reach out to the Adventists in Parliament.
Exactly.
So he facilitated it. We had a number of sessions with them. I remember we even went with Pastor J. Notte at one time. One of them said he had heard of Pastor J. Notte many years ago. But today he has seen him face to face. He is humble, yes, very humble. I am praying that the strength in him, even now that he is on retirement, will be used for God's work.
Citation presented to Elder Emmanuel Kwasi Anyimadu, a distinguished public figure, former Clerk of Parliament of Ghana, and an exemplary Seventh-day Adventist to the glory of God. Amen. In high recognition that you have demonstrated the heart of a servant and the wisdom of a leader for over a decade in favor of the Adventist Church in Ghana. Even as a man holding a high office of the land, you always viewed your public and church assignments as opportunities to serve rather than positions of prominence. You have shown to many how by the possession of faith in God, one's secular life can blend with his church life. Your humility and love for the things of God are known by the present and past leaders of the Adventist Church in Ghana. You showed active concern for the growth of the church with your talents and resources and stayed in touch with how the conferences were working together to advance the Lord's business. Your courageous and forthright views on church management issues at leadership forums are commendable. Beyond this, you will remain endeared for your honest, devoted, and active involvement in leadership duties as an elder, church officer, preacher, counselor, singer, and an advocate for various church ministries, to the extent that your strong public relational skills and compassionate concern for members did draw a number of despairing, backsliding members and new converts back to church. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in Ghana is extremely grateful for drawing on your lifetime experience and God-given resources to help touch, improve, and expand the lives of many. Our corporate thanks goes to your wife, Mrs. Gifty Akosia Anyimadu, for being a constant pillar of support by your side, and for whom the Lord has blessed with 5 beautiful children, namely Kwekwe Anyimadu, Kojo Treme, Kwekwe Jei, Ejapoma, and Emmanuel Kweku Anyimadu Jr. May God richly bless you. On your retirement from public office as the Honorable Clerk of Parliament, we take great pride in extending to you our sincere appreciation for your leadership, contribution, and distinguishable service to your church and country. And if my officers would permit, I would say next year we would miss our diaries and our calendars. Over the past 12 years, I had the distinguished honor of getting calls every year and getting the diaries and calendars delivered. And I had the privilege of always giving it to my officers, and so we would miss them. Thank you very much. Elder Anyimadu started what we call the Adventist Professionals Forum about 15 years ago. He brought us then young from school to serve as professionals for the church. And it was even through that I started working for the church. Then in working for the church, every year Elder Anyimadu would call if there are state functions. He has invitations for us. We've gone there through him. Pastor Lamy has gone to preach at the parliamentary Christmas services. We've met the speaker then, the Bramford Adult. So through him the church has been elevated to a certain status. We could use him as the face of the church in public service, so it's great.
Let me thank Kwasi for the support. Indeed, he has been by my side all the time. It has not been easy. I said it at one of our camp meetings at Doyum a few years back. That was a few years after I had been appointed clerk to Parliament. People wanted to know the secret of my success. And I told the church members that sometimes when I was fast asleep, she would put her hand on me and pray for me. She has been with me in the times of trouble. And these young ones, I serve the Lord and I serve this nation at the expense of the education and everything. Sometimes as children they needed the father, the warmth from the father. They needed to play, to share jokes with the father, but the father was not around. And I remember one day, this young man, he is grown big now. They knew me to leave home very early and then come very late. So one day I returned home. It was a Friday and a recess time. And I said, okay, today I don't have much to do in the office. Let me rush home. So I got home around 6 o'clock, 6:30. This guy, as soon as he heard the horn, I blew the horn of the car. And then he rushed down. Hey, Daddy, today you have come when the sun is shining. I really felt it. And I said, Kojo, don't worry. It's service to the nation and my God. So I serve the Lord and serve this nation at the expense of the education and everything. So I'm so thankful to them for their support. I leave the rest to Professor Domfe. He's a very good friend of mine. I call him Mankind. One day, his son is now a grown-up boy. I call him a man because he's not a man. Yeah, he's a man now. So when he was young, a kid, Kofi would always follow the father. And he used to call him Papa, not Daddy. That tells you where we are coming from. Because he used to hear us calling each other mankind. And then he asked one day, Papa, mankind. So mankind, please.
Yeah, thank you, mankind. Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here this afternoon. I'm very much humbled. It's a privilege for me to stand before you to talk about him. We are more than brothers. I remember when I was the choir master, he was my assistant many years back. And we call ourselves mankind for something which I will not explain. But because time is fast spent, I will add a word or two to what all of you know about him. Mankind, allow me to call him that way, that is the way we talk, comes from a very humble background. And anytime we pick the phone to talk, if you're not very careful, you are behind, you will think that we are crazy. Because I call him a Tim Clancy Cratchy. And he will repeat Sumbo Cratchy. And we know why we call ourselves that way. But by dint of hard work, his faith in his Creator, a man of virtue, full of humility, full of honesty, talk about prudence, talk about all the virtues under the sun. I'm not saying he is perfect. No, none is perfect. But this is a man you can trust. And if you allow me, I will say, I will accept and confirm that mankind is somebody who takes decisions not based on feelings, not based on inclinations, not based on some anticipated reward or recognition, but rather based, he sees a decision as a duty. So if I can repeat this and accept and confirm, that is the man who is right behind us here. Perhaps on your behalf, on behalf of the family, on behalf of everybody, you are here in your numbers. I say, Yadamasi. What you want done? I hope my guy is okay. Now, Godi, Ape, Merci, Danke Zibite, Yadamasi. Thank you very much.
My name is Emmanuel Nante Yano. Monsieur Emmanuel Brefino, Wamintima Ben Pa. Ote Jumnoa and now Motono. One voice for Todo, Divine Service. Jimano Fafa Jum Nanya Masita. Papa no, why any Mabibre, why impacting my life positively. Intino Bresu said, "Ya honor noa, Ewunya Mimoa." I was a mere present. Namisu made me the attire tree. Intina Minima Busuanina and a buy. Say a baby tie, Mr. Anyimadu.
On behalf of the family, we are very proud. Today is here with us. My big brother, Kwasi, has mentored a lot of us, and we are proud for this great work he's done for the family. And we are proud of him as a family member because he has really lifted the banner so high. Fortunately, I had the privilege to work with him in 1998 when I was a legislative research assistant in Parliament, and he was the head of protocol by then. And I must say that he demonstrated and showed that he's an Adventist. Two, he's a very humble man. There's a short story out there I want to put in. Maybe he may not even remember. But once he was there as the head of protocol, there was an international conference to be attended at that time by some ministers. And it was a Commonwealth Parliamentary Association that women were attending. And that time, Honorable Emmanuel was a deputy minister. And he tried very well to get business class ticket for her. And it did not work out. And come and see in the office. The Commonwealth Parliamentary Association had bought economy ticket. And his duty was to just upgrade it. And there was no opportunity to upgrade it. But my brother was very quiet after receiving all the insults, kept quiet and gave out the ticket as it is. I wasn't so surprised when he was appointed as a clerk of parliament. I was in Japan by then. I called him and told him that, brother, we are so happy. The youngest person to be the clerk of parliament in Ghana. We were so humbled by that. His mentoring role continues today. I speak on radio a lot and on television. He will call me, Isaac, the same way, a year next time can you see. And we are so proud about that. As a family, we have nothing to say that continue to lift high the banner that you have been lifting from day one up to day. And we know that we continue to lift it high and high and higher. God bless you, brother.
We want to thank the Lord for the life of Kwasi. He is my brother. That's why I call him Kwasi. You know, his father and my mother come from the same mother. So we all come from the same grandmother. And we started living together when he was in P5, primary 5, till the time he left for Accra. After Kwasi, We were all traditional boys. Go to farm, weed, and then come with a load of this thing on our heads. So don't see him as a crutchy. He is somebody who has come from the ground like that, and we're all living together. He knows how to weed very well. If you send him to your farm, you see that he will do a lot of weeding for you. But one thing that I want to say that we grew together, but I was a senior, so he used to call me senior man. He is humble. That is what I know about Kwasi. Very, very humble. These days, I don't know, if you are growing, then you begin to talk much. But he was somebody with few words. He wouldn't talk. Very quiet all the time. Very good and brilliant student. I was also good, but he was better. Was better. So if you look at his school records all the time, he has been very, very, very good. And he started his leadership at the primary school. In the middle school, he was SP. Came to the secondary school, he became the SP and that and that and that. If I want to say so much, if I want to talk about him, it will be so long. You know, somebody that I have stayed with from P5 up to this time, you know, I have a lot of things to tell him. But Kwasi is a Christian.
I went to Techman Secondary School first, and he came the following year. And when he came, quickly we put together a group, Seventh-day Adventist. It's a secular school, but every Sunday evening at worship, we will sing. He was one of the leaders. I saw in him the makings of a good leader very early in those years, and we grew together. I married first, and he was my best man. If he had married first, I would have been his best man. And so we've known each other for so many years. I think I wouldn't talk to him, but I would like to talk to the young people and parents. His father, like my father, were very committed Seventh-day Adventists. His dad is deceased now. My dad is alive. So he calls him Papa. Anytime he goes home, he tells my dad, "You are the only dad left, so please live a little longer for us." He is over 90 years, but still active. I found that all the leaders in the Techman district who were committed Seventh-day Adventists, I know Pastor Diakun knows some of them, have been blessed. Their children have been blessed. And so I want to encourage parents here. Take good care of your children. Bring them up in the fear of the Lord, and you will never regret.
Traditional council they say obamu sania onkrofo yeken nyedipa nyina na ebebefie asumdwe mu sania wabe. Me ankasa me personal experience with SDA church and me beken. Me ne Kwasi go school together e tech. Na mu friend KN University or so whatever they call it. Kofi Apia odoso habe odoso kan. Na omo na etimi ma metra school ho. Yewie me koya service wa tebu. Na national service in those days omo fry be community improvement unit. We pay back this month next 2 months Emma. Ana yekoshia ma bibia antiakuya. Ono so yeni pay no the discover na ya chicha ma staff no national service for no. You pay back na yakotia. Me go we ma SD. Okay, enjoy. Amen. Ana me ba Pulse and Harbors be ye adwuma wo ho. Eno so wo kwa adwuma mu first wo pay twitwitwitwi. Eno so obi wo ho no so e friend puzu wo fa ha no afa ohwe se ombete eka. Eno so be ko hwe ma SD. Okay, no problem. My young man, me call retirement. Is a Kwasi infant retiree. Meaning the more meaning say, how your hospital? Kese power. Rank one of the best in Africa. There's an international maritime hospital. So one mahwa ebia kwa lebu na obeba. Makofia SDF assigned the regional hospital achesi mi aba mi ankasa mi kurom. Eti sese ho nya se beba bibiti se kwa lebu. Eti SDF asemo de nye ne na meka methodist asori no se metiase a meteme mawo. Mi wunso a meyemode. Me da mase bebre ntete ya pa akonde ma Kwasi Anyimadu no na wonemu a watumi akọ nkan aba pension no nananom emanakwa aba ewo the senior citizens call mi so be manakwa aba ya da SDF ase won tete pa akonde me da mase bebre.
He has served God, he has served his church, and he has served his nations. And it's good that we give thanks to God, because today is Thanksgiving, not actually honoring him. It's Thanksgiving for the life God has given him, for him to touch many hearts.
Kwasi, the mechanic said, Mr. Anyimadu, you'll be a Okayena boom. Na media experience with him near a dana me worry no ankasa. In fact, ni fie ni ye bibia ansa na ye kwa so dem akoye we de no na ne mabakuni mi that sada no pa na me hu se papa no oye obi a obre ne ho ase na mako parliament bakuni mi bi and uni parliamentary press corps na nura na me ne secretary to the press corps no twetwe nkomo na okasa said the clerk of parliament ankasa press corps no ankasa kwa ne nchen ya said otumi jai ne nioma nyina ben omo ne won twetwe nkomo no ne ho dance no extra.
I really enjoyed today's program. It was a privilege to come and see how much love was bestowed upon Elder Anyimadu. It's exciting to see somebody being honored whilst they're alive. So I'm just happy to see somebody who's so humble getting so much praise. And it's just been an honor to be here with him.
Having worked closely with him, how does he relate to the youth and how do you relate to him?
He's very humble, he's easygoing, and he always wants to be like a youth. So mostly when we call on him, he's around to help us with any inquiry we want to make. Yeah.
I've worked closely with him because my job was to go to Parliament and all those places. I have seen the good life he has lived. He has serviced the church more than a pastor, in quotes. So I am happy he honorably ended his service this year. Apart from that, he serves as the longest serving clerk in the history of Ghana's parliamentary democracy. So I am very, very happy. Today will be very touching. I worked with Honorable Anyimadu in Parliament for 16 years. Wow. He's an exemplary character. The type that Ellen G. White describes as the type of man that the world needs. He does everything with great integrity. His life epitomizes Christ, and he's just a person the world needs. His truth is truth, his yes is yes, his no is no. And as the Bible says, whatever they have for them to do, do it with their minds. That is what describes him. And he brought Seventh-day Adventists to the light. In Parliament, He was probably the lone ranger in the administration, but he allows his light to shine and show that he lives for his creator and he serves a living God, the same Adventist God.
So the retirement Thanksgiving service for Elder Kwasi Anyimadu had a lot of patrons, and some of them were people from both Union Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Again, we had people from the traditional area of Techiman. Again, we had some more of the clergy here. We had people coming from the government to support. We had some other honorable members here. We had well-wishers. We had singers. We had everybody. We had friends. We had families who came all the way to worship with him today at the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Sakumono Estate, to make sure that his retirement Thanksgiving service will be a top-notch one. Indeed, we've had a very great time here at Sakumono State Church. My name is Akwasi Entry, and I'm reporting for the one and only Operator Media. Thank you.